All right, so we want to get started here, right?
Yes, I'm ready.
Podcast time.
Are we live?
We are live.
We're hot?
I pressed the button.
Yes!
We are hot as can be.
That's the best start we've ever had.
It's like 30 minutes after our great conversation, so this is like the after show.
So we should just keep going. Do you have any music?
I wish I had music.
Are we really live?
We are live,
That
yes.
is awesome. I'm not prepared. Can we do a prep session first?
We just did a prep session for 30 minutes, and it wasn't on the podcast.
All right.
Oh, well, welcome.
What are we doing today?
Talking about football.
Yeah,
right,
we're doing
right
AFC
now.
Preview.
Right now, there's football on, and I'm not even watching it, which is upsetting me. But
Preseason football.
yeah, but it's there. There's guys out there playing.
Garbage.
I'm telling you, Tampa Bay going to the Super Bowl. After I've watched 2 episodes of Hard Knocks, I'm ready to crown them the champions.
What
Call it a day.
What are their odds?
I don't know what their odds are, but when I watch Jameis Winston and how much of a man he is, and I watch, I watch
How many women has he raped on the show?
None.
How many crab legs has he stolen?
Well, if you would have seen the house he came from, I don't think he ever tasted crab legs, so I would
Bucks
put
are
it on
30
him.
to 1. I'll give you 30 to 1.
Super Bowl
30 to 1?
champions.
You think so?
Super Bowl champions.
Where's the Super Bowl this year? It's in Minnesota, right?
Yeah, in Minnie. Yep.
Oh, Green Bay's gonna win. Just stick to the Vikings fans. That's 100%.
Oh, but man, Hard Knocks looks fantastic, man. How
many episodes in is it?
2. I mean, it's the same produced bullcrap, but man, I tell you what.
Is it better than All or Nothing?
Not the Cardinal season, no.
The Cardinal season was the best.
Fantastic.
That was better than any Hard Knocks I've ever seen.
No, and the LA season, that blew. LA
So
sucks.
it's better than Jeff Fisher's Swan Song.
It's one of the better ones. That,
I'm gonna start speaking up loudly into the microphone. Apparently, people can't hear me.
No, they can't. I look at your
I
voice here, and it's like a deadline voice.
I have a girl voice, apparently.
I've got that nice, deep teacher voice. Listen to me, children.
Whatever.
Anyways, we need to start moving along here. We talked NFC last time, right?
All right, Mr. Robotic. We're doing AFC Preview today.
Yeah.
We're going to go through each team. Did
Okay.
you go through and do your win-losses for each team?
I
The
did.
entire schedule?
I did not.
Okay, sweet. So every team has 13 wins in your well,
They don't.
we are going to consummate.
Wait a minute. I couldn't do that because I was mowing my grass for 5 hours.
It took me 3 today.
Thanks.
First off, you weren't mowing your grass. I drove by and your kids were mowing your grass.
I had to supervise.
You couldn't have your
I
laptop.
mowed my front.
You couldn't have your laptop or your phone out there and looking at
No.
Well, I went through every team again in the entire schedule. So if you
glad you did that.
If you were to throw all 32 teams?
Yeah.
All 32 teams in a spreadsheet and line up the games.
Right.
There's no you're not going to find too many wins out there. Is what I'm saying. The Bengals versus the Chiefs is the same result on either. I put so much work into this that no one's going to listen to, but I've got some locks for win totals.
Oh shit, he's got locks.
So we're going to do AFC Preview.
I got some locks too.
Yeah.
Got my gut locks.
And then we're gonna consummate a couple Wentz versus Dak bets.
Oh, Mr. Wentz, I love Wentz. He is gonna be. He's gonna make your season miserable this year. You know that.
He's gonna make a lot of Eagles fans' seasons miserable this year.
All right, mark my word.
He went 6.2 yards per attempt tonight. He's terrible.
Preseason, baby.
You just got all excited about preseason and Jameis Winston.
All right. Jameis drove that team down that first.
God.
Oh, it looks so great. He looks so great.
And then
you know who else I love? Their backup, Fitzpatrick. He's fantastic this year too.
The guy from Harvard that couldn't make the Jets.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's good.
God. Okay. All right. So we'll get an AFC preview in a second, and then we'll finish with our bets. We'll put them on. We'll put them in the book to track all season. But first, are you watching the McGregor Mayweather fight this weekend?
Next weekend. I am going to be watching it. Yes, I am not a person that pays for these things, but I have a feeling it's going to be like the Mike Tyson Buster Douglas fight. I have a feeling it's going to be ranking up there with that. Yes, your face may look at me like that, but I think this is going to be an epic one. In about 15, 20 years, you're going to tell your grandkids, I was there watching it when Conor McGregor broke all the rules and beat Floyd.
So you're saying he's going to beat Floyd Mayweather?
Yes, I do. Yes, I love an underdog. I love it. And the only way he loses is in the third round when he gets backed up in a corner and he wants to knee the shit out of Mayweather.
First off, he said he's going to break all the rules. That's a lock.
Right,
he's
right.
used to kicking people in the face.
But I'm saying breaking the rules by winning something that he has no right to win.
The odds have come down. When this started, he was like he was 10-1, I think. Now he's 4-1. McGregor, Mayweather was something.
I think that's seriously a lot of
the
the hype. I think there's a lot of hype surrounding it.
Well, hype can move the line a little bit, but money has to come in to move the line because bookies want even amount of money on both sides.
But I'm saying the hype is translating into money being passed that way.
That's dumb. Hype. You shouldn't bet on hype or gut feeling. You should bet on knowing something. If you don't know anything about this fight, you shouldn't bet on it.
I don't think Mayweather. I just don't like boxers that do that type of stuff. The defensive boxing that he plays.
He's the greatest boxer ever.
Oh wow.
He's never lost.
Okay.
He's beaten everyone that's come across his path. He's a defensive boxer. He's a boring boxer.
Exactly.
He's going to take McGregor apart. He's going to take him apart.
That's why I'm going to watch it.
I have no interest in watching it whatsoever.
Okay.
All right, well, do you want to bet on it?
We can make some bet. That's fine.
All right, it's 4-1. McGregor's 4-1. I'll give you 4-1. You have to lay down a number.
End of the show. Let's make a bet.
All right.
Because I don't like betting with you because all of my PGA went to shit last week. I'm done betting on golf.
So did mine.
I'm done betting on golf. I hate it.
I love it.
I can't
By the way,
do it.
my lineup today is the 5 of my 6 guys money.
What are you betting on? The
DraftKings.
I know, but what are you betting on? The Westminster Open?
The Wyndham Championship.
There's no other golf left this season. You understand that?
Henrik Stenson's in it. I didn't take him.
It's fan-fucking-tastic. There's no golf
Matt
left.
Every's leading after the first round, -9.
Does anyone care about the FedEx Cup?
I do. DraftKings makes me care about a lot of things.
Money rules
my highest
the world.
price golfer though is Bill Haas. He's +3, tied for 147th. All my other guys are like, I want to say top 20.
You're really good.
I hate him so much right now. Like there were 4 other guys in that range I could have
taken.
taken.
That's why I will never do it again. I can't.
Bill Haas. Bill Haas, if you're listening, I hope you get eaten by an alligator on the course tomorrow. All right, so fine, we'll make a bet at the end if you remember and you have the balls.
I will. Now the football we did last time.
What? Yeah, the NFC preview.
I'm not an NFC person, so I'm hoping I'm going to bring a little bit more to the table.
That's what I'm hoping every podcast. Every time I have a podcast I come here, I'm hoping for a little more. I haven't gotten it yet. So.
Oh, okay.
I was expecting Steelers gear coming in here.
Not yet.
Well, I mean, you just said it. You're excited. It's AFC.
Draft night. Draft night. There's only 2 teams talking about in the AFC.
Agreed. That's the
that's
byline or whatever.
Okay.
It's the Pats and the Steelers.
Yep.
A couple other teams are interesting and fun, but I don't think really have the ability to go to the Super Bowl.
Yep. I think there's a 1, then there's a 2 and a 2A.
I don't even have that. I have a 1 and a 2, clear 1 and 2, and then I have a couple fun teams. Yeah. For me, they're fun.
Yeah. Well, let's get the ball rolling. Let's go. I'm tired of talking about it. What do we got here? Let's go AFC East.
Yeah, we'll start with East.
Why do we even preview the AFC East?
Because we're doing
year after year.
We're doing this on win totals for Vegas.
Year after year.
That's why we're doing this.
Okay. Year after year. Yeah. Every other sports person in the world. Oh, you know what? It's the Bills' year. Yeah, it's the Dolphins.
No one says that.
Why are we all not just putting money every year on the Patriots to win
the division?
100% to win the division.
Well, yeah.
75% to get to the AFC Championship game, and 50% chance to win the Super Bowl every year.
To get to the Super Bowl.
No, to win it.
They're 1 out of 3 to win it.
All they do, they win.
1 out of 3.
They win.
5 out of 17, so even less than 1 out of 3. They've gotten their 7 out of 17. So about 50%. Your numbers are.
Yeah.
I think.
Really? What'd you say? My numbers are right?
Your numbers are close.
Good. I'm glad that.
And what I would add is the Pats. Yes, they're a sure bet for the division, and their greatness is what it is. But let's call it what it is. Also, the Bills, the Finns, and the Jets all suck.
They're terrible.
I mean, yes, the Pats beat up on them.
They live in a trash can.
But then the best team finishes 8-8 beyond that. Mm-hmm. They're not good enough to. The Jets had 1 or 2 good years where they finished 10-6 or whatever and pushed them. Yeah. Not pushed them, but went to the playoffs. The Finns don't go to the playoffs. The Bills don't. Bills haven't been in the playoffs in 30 years.
Were in the playoffs last year.
Were they?
Played the Steelers.
Who remember? Yeah, all right, whatever. Okay.
But
now they lost Tannehill. They have no shot.
Right.
Now.
Well, I might have to readjust, but okay. So, anyways,
Pats.
New England.
We start with the Pats. Then?
I'm going to go with Miami because you did a little more research into this, so I'm going to give you mine first.
All right.
I've got pulling up the rear the New York Jets 1-15. No reason to even talk about them. They're searching for that quarterback next year. They're waiting for the draft. There's been a lot of speculation if they're going to even tank the whole season because
You should do that.
They
but
want the number one quarterback.
I don't think you can go halfway out in the field though either.
No, you can't. You
get injured.
You get hurt. But there's ways to manipulate things. So.
All right, so you have one win for him.
1 win, 1 in 15.
All right, I got 2 wins for him. I got him beating Jacksonville in October, and then I have him upsetting the Chiefs in December at home, getting the Chiefs in a look-ahead game. So I got 2 wins. Their over-under in Vegas is 4.5. So we both take the under, and we both take it pretty confidently. Like I'm 2.5 wins under that. And you're 3.5 wins under that. So we probably put money on that. Yeah. Like not against each other.
We should
place it through a legitimate source.
Okay.
All right. Who do you have?
I got pulling up third. I got the Bills.
I have the Dolphins in third.
I don't know. I'm in the minority on this one. I think I have no faith, trust, whatever in Tyrod Taylor.
I love Tyrod Taylor,
and I know that's why I said I'm in the minority. I don't know why. I know his statistics are.
He's a good player.
They're great,
He's a very good player.
Honestly, in fantasy, they've got him above a Ben Roethlisberger, who in my mind is a great quarterback too. But anyways, I just don't know. And now that they've traded Watkins, I think that's a different dynamic on that team. They don't have that. They have playmakers, but they don't have that wide out like a Watkins to go out and do what they have to. Now they got Jordan Matthews, who I think was a good receiver last year with the Eagles.
Jordan Matthews sucks.
But he's got talent. Okay, which can help Tyrod.
I mean, it's not, but okay, that's the thing.
Brand new coach, and it's Buffalo. 6 and 10. That's what I got.
All right, I got him at 8 and 8. I think Tyrod Taylor is a very good player, a very good quarterback, and very underrated. However, the loss of Watkins is huge. They have no one on the team that can go one-on-one now. Okay, the thing with Watkins is if he gets in one-on-one coverage, he's open in the end zone.
Right.
And Taylor can hit him. He's got a good enough arm and good enough. He can get through it and get him the ball. Right now, they have no wide receiver that can break one-on-one coverage in 3 or 4 seconds, 2-3 seconds. That if a team's going to rush 6 or 7 against Taylor, I think he's going to struggle this year because he doesn't have any playmakers now.
Right.
He's got nobody. McCoy, right? He's got LaShawn McCoy.
Well, Shady, that's what I was going to say.
Right.
He can shake and bake people.
Yeah, and if McCoy stays healthy, he's going to help open up things. But he's got no one on the outside that can do anything for him. Jordan Matthews is garbage. He was with Carson Wentz last year. I mean, maybe he gets a little bit of
the Bills this year went defense number 1.
What does that mean? You say defense 1. Who they go?
They went cornerback.
Is he good? Is he healthy?
From LSU.
That's
Typical,
good.
Decent guys here. They went with your boy Zay Jones.
Yeah, there he is.
That you love so much.
I do like
from East Carolina.
But he's another, so he's
they
a good
went guard. They went linebacker. They went quarterback. They went linebacker.
But are they good? Are they starters? Are they going to make a difference?
I don't know, but I'm saying the only offense they went for, so obviously they believe they have something.
So what they're doing, I believe, is they got rid of Sammy not because they don't think Sammy's good.
No, they got a lot for him.
Well, I think they got a lot for him. They got a lot for him in the draft.
Right.
And they know they're not there yet. Like Brady's gone in 2 or 3 years. You might think 5 or 6, but he's going eventually.
I think he's there for 15.
Oh my God! And
the GOAT.
They're trying to. I think they are trying to position themselves for their quarterback in the future. I think Tyrod Taylor is a very good quarterback and can bridge it for another 2 or 3 years. But Watkins isn't going to win him a Super Bowl.
No.
So trading Watkins, getting a couple people,
and they're smart.
Anyway,
get rid of that source there. So
I have them. I have them 8 and 8. Nothing like standing out on the schedule that I'm going to point out.
What was
6.5. So I'm going over by a full win and a half. I think it was 7.5 before Watkins left. So
brought it down. So we're just flip flopping here. I got Miami.
Yeah, Dolphins are terrible.
I have Miami at number 2, and again, I didn't take time to go into this.
Why? Why do you have number 2? Why are they better than Buffalo? They have Jay Cutler, who retired.
Well, I know, but this honestly, to be truthful with you, this was before the whole deal. So with Tannehill, I thought they'd go 9-7. I think they had a good team. They surprised me when I watched them play the Steelers last year. They blew us out in the regular season, but then in the playoffs,
didn't they get their asses handed to them?
We handled them, which we should have. Tannehill is a poor man's Ben. Big, tall guy that can get it there. Yeah. He's injured now. You got Jay Gutless now, right? Jay Gutless playing with the Miami Dolphins. Miami's got a good defense. They got a running back that can play. I'm going to go with my 9-7. I'm going to ratchet that back to a 7-9. I still think they're better than Buffalo defensively. And I think Jay Cutler, even though he's a gutless piece of shit, I think he's going to have weapons more than what he had in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I think he's with their 2 receivers that they have. So I think he's going to be able to do it just a little bit more. You might see a resurgence from the gutless one. He might actually have a decent year with the Dolphins. You just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. I got him at 5-11. I don't think I don't think Cutler's any good. I think his good years are past him. His mediocre years are past him. Yeah, they got Parker and Landry at skill positions. Jay Ajayi has already been through concussion protocol twice in the preseason. Right. He's had one good year. I had him last year on a bunch of fantasy teams. Made me some money. I like Jay Ajayi, but I just don't think he's somebody. He's a bell cow running back that's going to make a huge difference. I don't think their defense is all that good, and they're going to get murdered by the Patriots twice. They're not going to win in Buffalo in winter conditions. I think they might lose in New York in winter conditions. Yeah. I got them at 5-11. Their total in Vegas is 7.5.
So I'm over.
So you went what? No, you went 7-9. So you
I flipped them. Yeah, so I'm under. I'm sorry.
So I'm under by a full 2.5 wins. I'm not as confident on that. Again, Cutler can play well. The offensive line's got to block for him and give him time to get it to Parker and Landry. I'm not confident on the 5-11, but I don't think they're any better than 7-9.
I think this is going to show the true usefulness of Tannehill. If the Dolphins can go 8-8, 9-7, then Tannehill's worthless.
Nah, I don't know that he's worthless, but I think it's a good
because
point.
It's the other team.
I think
if they go 5-10 like you, or 5-11 like they said, then Tannehill is worth something in the NFL.
But there's, you're simplifying it. There's luck and there's other things that come into play, right? Like there's stuff that happened this year that didn't happen last year. That said, I like Tannehill. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback, but I think he's a top 20, top 15 starter. Yeah. He has the ability to hit windows. He sometimes holds on to the ball too long, and he took a lot of sacks and resulted in a lot of fumbles.
Like I said, he's a mini Ben Roethlisberger. He's a project. They knew he was a project.
And I think they drafted him. They hoped he was the guy. That what they found out is he basically is Joe Flacco. If he can get hot during one playoff run, maybe he'll be as elite as Joe Flacco is one day. But I got him at 5-11 with Cutler, and like I said, I'm not super confident. I could see 7-9, but I think they'll battle. I don't know if battle, but they could
take the top and bottom out of that. It'll be very interesting to see the Dolphins and Bills battle for those two. It is.
Pats. What did I say? I had Pats. Oh, are we doing Pats yet?
Yeah. No. Let's go.
12-4. What do you have? 16-0.
15-1.
Who are they losing to? You don't know because you don't even know their schedule. You're such an idiot.
They're going to lose
15-1.
They're going to lose to a team. 1. Do you want me to say in Week 15 to the Steelers? I'll say that.
I have them losing to the Steelers in Week 15. All right, I'm going to go through the schedule since you don't even know they play, and you gave them 15-1.
Oh, Jesus. Why do we need to know this? It's like the 27 Yankees. Who cares?
Nah, they're not.
They win the World Series.
All right, they're beating KC in Week 1. They're losing to the Saints on the road in Week 2.
You are.
It's tough to beat the Saints
You're
in the
high.
Dome. You want to bet on that one?
I will bet on every New England game with you.
Oh,
you are high.
On the line.
You're high.
The line?
Straight up.
Well, how about the line?
Straight. I don't want lines. I want straight up wins. They don't go down to New Orleans and lose. You
all right, high. So I got them beating KC, losing New Orleans, beating Houston, beating Carolina, beating your boys from the Tampa Bay area, crushing the Jets. We talked about this last time. I have them losing to Atlanta in New England because I think it's Atlanta's Super Bowl. I think they get up for it. I think Matt Ryan wants revenge, even though Tom Brady
There's my one loss.
Tom Brady doesn't care about it.
There's my one loss.
Let's see. Beat the Chargers, beat the Broncos, beat the Raiders, take care of the Dolphins. I have them.
Now I will give you that Raiders game is going to be tighter than you think.
I haven't beaten the Raiders by 10, but
maybe I'll go 14-2.
No, I already got you down a win. I haven't beaten Miami. I'm losing to Buffalo in Buffalo. Doesn't happen, by the way. If you look at it, they don't lose to Buffalo. But I think they lose to Buffalo.
You're high as a kite. This is what I'm talking about. Everyone downgrades in New England. Let's go. 15-1.
All right, I'll take that bet. What do you want to bet?
Jesus Christ.
What do you want to bet? I get anything other than 15-1 and 16-0.
That bottle of wine right there. I don't know. I can't.
You got to put some value on it.
I will. We will. But New England goes 14-2 at the worst.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I don't know right now. I'm thinking
$100. I'll take under 15 wins.
Me? Are you kidding?
I'll take under 15 wins.
Are you kidding me? $100? No.
10.
That's too much. Yeah, I'll go 10.
I get under 15 wins.
I'll go 10.
I'm putting that one in the book.
Put that in the book. Ring it up. Check it out. Tell the girl to bring it out to my car. Bag it up and put it in my car.
15 wins is a win for you. 15 wins or more, Mike. Right. 14 or less.
You're high that they're not going to, with the team they've assembled, they've had their best off season in the last 15 years.
I can't wait.
And they are going to go out, even beyond Randy Moss years.
I can't wait to refund my, reload my DraftKings account with all this money at the end. Except you don't have PayPal, so you can't PayPal it to him. No. How do you not have PayPal?
is I don't care about it.
What does that mean?
Money's real to me. It's not electronic currency. You
Draft
have Bitcoin too?
Bitcoin's at $4,300 of Bitcoin.
Where are you
going
to use that on the black market?
Are you joking right now?
I am joking.
PayPal is real money.
PayPal is real money, but it
you
just
pay things online with
I'm out.
DraftKings uses it to no.
Mark Cuban, I'm out. Can we move?
No, I'm not moving. How do you not have PayPal? We're talking about PayPal.
15-1, New England.
PayPal is what we're talking about right now. How do you not have PayPal? Why do you not have PayPal? You don't pay anything with PayPal? Does your wife?
No. We pay credit card, check card. We pay our life to Amazon, and that's it.
You are already old as balls.
Oh, Jesus.
You are the oldest person I've ever met.
New England 15-1.
Stop making me move on. I'm not ready yet.
I'm ready to move on because I'm done. I want to talk about real teams.
No, stop. New England beats Miami. I got them losing to Pitt, like I said. Then they beat Buffalo and the Jets in the season.
12-4. Go under the Vegas 12.5. And definitely go under the Mike 15.
So we're gonna go the over with them and winner.
I just made
winner.
I just made
winner.
I just made $10. And then after the Wentz bets, I'll be up like $40 after this season.
God. Let me tell you what. There's gonna be a lot of gloating. So much gloating.
You gloat even when you lose. It's great. You somehow spin it.
Let's go to the AFC.
No, hold on. Let's recap real quick. AFC. This is what I have. Pats 12-4. Bills 8-8. Bills 8-8.
Loser.
Finns 5-11, and Jets 2-14.
High five. We can agree on that. High five. Okay, we're gonna skip the North because we're gonna come to that later. We're gonna go to the South because I said so.
All right.
Okay. Picking up the rear.
Let's start at the top this time.
At the top.
The reason I want to start at the top, I'm taking a new team at the top.
Me too.
All right, you taking Tennessee?
Yeah. I got
high five on that. No, high five.
I'm not gonna high five.
Yes.
You're such a queer.
You're the one that wants a high five.
I
think Marcus Mariota's legit.
I'm being talked into it. Yes.
I think he's legit.
I'm being talked into it. Yeah.
I got him 10-6 and winning the division.
Me too.
What games do you have them losing? What teams do you have them playing?
Houston, Indianapolis.
Losing all those teams?
At least once.
Yeah, I got losing India once. I think Houston once
And
as well.
whatever.
I got losing to my boys from Arizona.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh beating them.
In Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I got Cleveland beating them in Cleveland. It's getting them a look-ahead game there.
Jacksonville beats them.
You love what?
Yeah, and in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's not good, but they're not.
Their defense.
You got to stop pushing me on to the next team.
I'm not. No, I'm saying Tennessee. No, I'm saying why I like Tennessee.
Why?
Tennessee's defense is headed by Dick LeBeau, who is
Why did he leave the Steelers?
What?
Why did he leave the Steelers?
Well, I think there was a conflict of interest. I think for years Mike Tomlin, sort of slid under his coattails, and Mike was finally like, "We've got to change our defense up," and they had to let him go. And they thought that maybe
why? Why did they have to change the defense up? Wasn't it supposed to be really? Wasn't LeBeau the reason, the architect behind?
It was, but it was on a downhill slide because they hadn't injected the young players that they have right now.
So that's
not
that
LeBeau's
transition, fault, though.
Well, but also Mike Tomlin had a different philosophy. He came from a Tampa 2 defense. He wanted to sort of get more of that base 2 safety, 2 deep, rather than having the safety coming down.
So he wanted to break what was
exactly.
already
and he had done a good job for about 8 years to really placate the Steelers, the organization, but then the defense started slipping, and they said, you know what, we've got to change something. I like the Tennessee defense. They got a couple retreads on their team that have done real well on their second teams. I can't think of his name right now, but
this is good.
Redskins.
We need a third person on the podcast
Redskins,
just to look up all the stuff you can't think of.
Who was the linebacker for the Redskins? It came from Texas.
LeVar Arrington.
No, F off. Anyways,
he's
had a really good stint with Tennessee under LeBeau. And I just think their defense is good. They've got 2 running backs in the backfield that are going to be, to me, fantasy, studs. You have DeMarco Murray and you have Derrick Henry, who I'm desperately trying to get on both on my team. It's just hard to find out how I can get both of them on my team unless you pick them back to back.
You don't have to do that, but Henry is going higher than he was obviously last year. But
DeMarco's still going first round,
end of first round, beginning second. Yeah. But Henry's starting to go like 4th, 5th for a pure. He's a pure backup.
Yeah.
The thing is, Murray's 30 now, so Henry's good.
Yes, slip of a knee.
I like. We talked about this with Bowers. Remember about my keepers and stuff like that? And I called it then. You both looked at me like I was crazy. I said Derrick Henry. I forget who was keeping him over. But
I was teasing on that.
Whatever. I called Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's my call.
Bowers was out of his mind with not doing the rookie picks because I'm going to tell you what, like I said before, some of the freaking rookies this year are studs. God. So anyways, Tennessee, I just like them. I think you're right. After watching Jameis and Mario, I think they are legit. they're good quarterbacks. They're not a gimmick. I
No,
really thought they were gimmicks.
Mariota was great at Oregon, and he's been and he's getting better here in the NFL. Hold on, I'm looking up this Tennessee linebacker.
Tennessee,
Orakpo?
Texas. Orakpo,
Tennessee, the team we're talking about.
Yeah. He came from Texas. He played at the Skins for about 4 years.
He's good.
Orakpo, he had a 10-sack season last year, I think.
Whatever. Can he stop the run? I'm joking. I like
He can go in
and
go get him. So, I think Tennessee, but unfortunately, I think they're the darling picks of every person in the world.
Are they?
So,
all right. I like them. They're 10-6.
Second, I've got Houston at 8-8. I think they're perpetually.
Titans are 8.5. Titans are 8.5 over.
Oh yeah. Sorry, we forgot that. So we went over, right?
We both went over. But Texans. I have Texans and Colts at 9 and 7.
I have Texans and Colts at 8-8. Good deal.
Okay. All right.
Houston defense, obviously spectacularly great. I just don't know how it's going to go with the rookie quarterback this year. He's going to be the starter.
Savage is the starter right now, right?
Yeah, but he's. So
I'm gonna jump the shark right now, and my pick for rookie of the year from the AFC is Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
He's taking over, and he's gonna be more than serviceable. I don't think he's gonna be
game one starter. Savage will not.
You don't think Savage is gonna win it? Okay, then good. I mean, I think Watson deserves. I mean, what else?
I like Watson. I really liked him at Clemson. I think jumping into the spotlight. I'm hoping maybe they'll put Savage in there for like the first 4 games and let him come in, but that's not going to happen.
I never heard of Clemson until like 4 years ago. My buddy I worked with went to Clemson, so then all I heard about it for like 6 months. So now I'm like a closet Clemson fan, and I do love Deshaun Watson. I also love Mike. I also love Mike Williams, who has a broken neck or broken back. Who's the other one?
You love Dabo. That's who you.
I like Dabo.
Yeah, and you also like Martavis Bryant.
I do love Martavis Bryant.
Okay,
but
another
is he going to play?
Product.
I know
we'll
where he's from.
To that
you know what we ought to do on a podcast? You know what we ought to do on a podcast?
What?
The college game. I will destroy you in the college game on a podcast.
This isn't a competition.
It should be.
Nobody cares about Iowa State. Nobody cares about Iowa. Nobody cares about Minnesota. It's like nobody lives in the Midwest.
It has nothing to do with the Midwest.
College fantasy. That's the thing.
I did for a year.
Okay, well I've done it too, and it's tough.
So much fun. It's so much. You got to take like the Northern Illinois quarterback.
Who did I have that one? I think I had Burkhead. Was my number one running back.
Yeah, I had like the Northern Illinois quarterback who ran for like 100 yards every game and threw for 300.
Wyoming quarterback, take him.
Josh Allen.
Lock him in.
I don't play it.
Stud. So anyways, Houston.
Texans 9 and 7. They're 8.5 as the over/under. So you're going under.
Big game for them, Christmas Day. The Watt brothers. Pittsburgh, Houston. Who do you have winning that?
No one cares.
Who do you have winning that?
Christmas Day. Houston 26-24 because it's on the road. It's on the road for Pittsburgh. Ben doesn't play well on the road. You can look up the stats. He doesn't play well on the road. He does not play well on the road. He doesn't play well on the road. Well, they go on the road last year.
Ask all the Ravens fans Christmas what happened. Ask them all.
You're cherry picking again.
Ask them all.
I don't care about cherry picking one game. He didn't play well. He doesn't play well on the road. He does not play well on the road. The splits are the splits are like over 3 years now.
Oh my God, I can't.
So if they don't get home field advantage,
I can't do it.
They're in trouble.
I can't. How did we go to? Wait a minute. How did we go to Kansas City and win last year? One of the toughest places in the NFL to go play. 18-16. We did win.
Because the quarterback is worse than Carson Wentz.
Oh, I see. Excuses, right?
No, there's no excuses. They won.
We won.
How did Ben play?
Average.
Poorly.
Poorly.
They won the game.
Okay,
Congratulations.
whatever. I'm done. I'm done with you.
They're not going 0-8 on the road. Hold on. I'm not saying they're going 0-8 on the road.
One
but
of
they're
the
going
most
3-5.
overhyped, overrated quarterbacks in the NFL, Andrew Luck. I've said this from the moment he came out of Stanford. Everybody was licking balls. He's so good. He's
good.
This. He's that.
He's been injured for the last year.
Doesn't matter. He's an average quarterback.
He's good. He's a top 10 quarterback in the league.
It also doesn't help that their offensive line is no good.
Correct.
It also doesn't
They
help
have no
their
running game. And they have no running game.
Oh, you have old man Frank Gore.
Exactly. You have T.Y. Hilton, Dante Moncrief.
He's overrated. Nah. He is not a Peyton Manning.
Yeah, okay.
Which let's get rid of Peyton and let's go get Andrew Luck this year.
You're saying all said that. Yeah, a lot of people wanted him to be the Peyton Manning, the heir apparent to Peyton Manning, the next Peyton Manning. And so he unfairly got labeled as that. But he's a damn good quarterback. He made the playoffs in his first year. He was very good. He got injured. He's, went 8-8 last year, I think, 7-9, and fought through a shoulder injury, which he had to have a second surgery on this year. He may not be back ever.
Overrated.
I don't think he's overrated. I think he's injured. Jeff George is a head case. Andrew Luck is smart as hell. I like Andrew Luck a lot. I have not,
and he has a neck beard. I can't do it. He's got an Amish shin. I can't do it.
His statue just got taken down. Isn't he the one that looks like Robert E. Lee or Stonewall? He looks like one of them. He looks like a Civil War.
Really?
Yeah. Like you haven't seen the meme of him up on the horse.
You think we should take him out of the NFL?
If he stands for slavery, yes, I would. The Colts are off the board in Vegas because of Luck's injury. They're not putting a line on it.
Oh, okay.
But
what's Houston at?
I think I said 8.5. You went under.
8.5. Okay, under. I'm putting this down in the book. So they have nothing on Indy.
Nothing on Indy. So my prediction is with Luck in. So every game that the Colts are involved in is I'm assuming Luck is the quarterback.
Oh, I mean, I've got him at 8-8 with Luck in there too.
No, I know.
I'm
just making it clear that if he's not in, there's other teams that are going to pick up wins, in my opinion, because they're not going to be in games. Like they have I don't even know who they have. Curtis Painter. Like they have nobody behind them. So I have a 9-7 with Luck, and then the Jags. They're over under 7 in Vegas.
Give me the under at 5.
I went 6-10. I went under.
Blake Bortles will throw up over himself about game 3. Yeah, and you know why he's throwing up? Because he's hungover. Because all the fucker does is drink. He's got an alcohol problem.
Is that true?
He's a mess down there in Jacksonville. Yes, he's a mess in Jacksonville. Okay, the kid can't throw. They took him out because his arm was tired the other day.
There's a tweet. Here's a tweet from ESPN.
It's ridiculous.
Jaguars coach Doug Marrone told ESPN's
I hate my job.
He is sending the Jaguars' first-team offense back out in the second half with Chad Henne because he was upset with the entire offense's performance.
Mark it down. Chad Henne,
all
quarterback
11 guys,
by week 8.
all 11 guys, not just Blake Bortles.
And Doug Marone's like, why did I take this job? Tom Coughlin, you suck as president.
They're down 12-0 to the Bucs right now.
Oh, the Bucs are on fire!
It's 12.
Love it.
You know who's up 31-7 right now, and you won't have to hear about it for the next week?
The Ravens.
The Ravens are winning.
Because they're going to the Super Bowl, Dan.
The Ravens are winning a preseason game 31-7.
Dan, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, God. Ryan Mallett has a touchdown.
He's on fire.
And 2 interceptions.
And their defense is the best in the league.
I know.
They're so good.
Do you read Drew McGarry's The Deadspin, Why Your Team Sucks?
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, I read the Why Your Team Sucks. I don't like Deadspin.
Well, it's not about whether you like Deadspin or not.
But I read the whole... No, I read Why Your Team is Awesome. Why you should be a fan.
No, the
I read
opposite.
That one. No, I didn't read this one.
Drew McGarry, who's a Vikings fan, writes for all 32 teams, including his own, all the things that suck about your team and why other fans hate you. Like the Steelers will have a whole one about, and I don't know what it is.
Maybe I did see it because they have 6 Super Bowl. I think I might have seen that. It's because they have so many Super Bowls.
Well, that's one of the. That's the same with the Packers. Like the reason they hate the Packers. Plus,
they're winners.
They're winners. There's other reasons. You got to read it. Like it's a very white town. It's been known to be somewhat racist, like to its players and what the Packers.
Green Bay? Oh, yeah.
So there's things that like I think the common person doesn't know. But he's saying he's doing it for every team. So like the Niners suck because the Niners.
I will have to read this. It does sound comical.
The Niners suck. The Ravens came out today.
Oh, love it. What does it say?
Well, one of them is what you just said. Like we're the Ravens and we have an inferiority complex and everyone's against us. The NFL hates us.
Play like a Raven.
CBS hates us. But you know what? We signed one over the hill defensive player, and we're suddenly the best defense in the league again.
Awesome.
Ray Lewis is coming back. We're going to do it all again. It's 2000 all over again.
And he's going to descend from the heavens.
And you know who's elite? Joe Flacco's elite. He's got a Super Bowl ring.
I love it.
So you know who else has a Super Bowl ring?
The Ravens.
Trent Dilfer.
Right.
So we've had the Ravens have had 2 elite quarterbacks in the last 17 years.
I love it.
How think about lucky they are.
I love it. They're the best team in the NFL.
God,
best team in the NFL. They'll probably beat the Steelers twice. And they'll make everyone's year great. Anyways, let's get out of the South because I'm tired of the South.
So Jags were 7. You had 5 wins?
5, yeah.
All right, recap real quick. Titans 10-6.
Ding, ding.
We both had Colts 2nd and 3rd, right?
Yeah, whatever.
9-7, and I have Jags 6-10.
But Steelers do beat them on Christmas Day.
So that's another one we can bet on.
TJ Watt will outshine his brother this year. Give it to me.
All right, hold on.
Beep, beep,
Stop.
Beep, beep,
you need
beep,
to slow down.
I love it.
That's fine. You need to slow down. These need to be bets. So what are we betting TJ Watt versus JJ Watt?
Sacks.
Total sacks.
Total sacks.
I'll take
more
JJ.
than his brother. More than his brother.
So for what? We doing this for 5 or 10 or 100?
5. Let's go 5 on this. Let's go 5
100?
Let's go 5 on this.
5. So you're
5.
taking TJ Watt has. Are we doing a minimum games played because of injury or no? Okay.
F it. It's just total sacks. If JJ can't get his ass out there, or if TJ sucks and he can't get his ass out there, F them both.
Right.
I was very
What's
impressed
the other
with
one?
him.
Stop. What is the other one? You said they're going to win on Christmas Day in Houston?
Yeah.
trying to think what the line's going to be. Like whether it's worth it for me.
It's probably going to be 4.
You think Steelers by 4?
No. Houston
Texans by 4?
Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah. Am I doing it wrong?
I think
they're going to give the Steelers 4 points.
No, I would take the Steelers every other week on that.
Because home teams always get at least 3.
They get 3.
So I'm going to give them 1 more, 4.
You don't just give them you don't just give them points. There's an actual formula that goes into it.
I'll say it'll be 4.
I think it'll be 3. I think you're right around the number.
Fine.
All right, I'll take Texans straight up. $5.
Fine, that's fine.
Yes, this is great.
You don't think I've got confidence in my boys?
I know you.
We haven't even gotten there.
That's why
yet.
we're doing this.
Okay, whatever.
So I can make money.
Let's go to the West.
This is Christmas.
The wild West out there.
You need to calm
Kansas City, Oakland, Los Angeles, Denver.
Keep up. So
I can't keep up with you.
You're going too fast.
Oh.
All right, South is done. West. All right.
Okay, West. We're gonna go backwards this time because I feel like it. And I'm not listening to you.
Last place, Broncos.
Denver Broncos. 7-9.
Oh,
wake it up! 7-9. Yes. Their quarterback situation is dreadful. Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch.
I think Lynch will be okay.
I think they're both good. I think they're both good.
I don't know about Siemian.
But I just said it's dreadful for the reason I don't think they're the horses to carry them along.
No. But I think what I think about them is I think they can exceed the 7-9 because I think Elway is that good that he's got enough roster around him that they're gonna win.
Their defense is elite. Their defense is good,
and they've got depth at the running back position. They got 2 really good wide receivers that if Lynch or Siemian can play decent, they're gonna win home games a lot because teams have a hard time playing in Mile High, and they're gonna steal a game or 2 against crappy teams on the road.
But that division is going to be a tough division to win.
Agree. What I'm saying is I have 7-9. I could see them flirting with
9-7.
a wild card 9-7
Sure,
at the end of the year.
Yep.
Especially if someone like, either one, but Lynch comes into his own, takes over.
But you have so many weapons around them that they can use offensively. I mean, you have Demaryius Thomas who's still there, Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, you got the receivers. It's just
you got a couple good running backs too.
You got to make sure that
good offensive line.
These quarterbacks maybe transition into that top 12 tier.
I mean, all they really need to be, they just need to be a top 20. They need somebody who's not supposed to be a backup on another team.
And maybe this is the year the defense carries them, and you're only asking them to score 13 points. And the defense can hold it 13-10.
Complete random aside here, it has to do with the Broncos, but you talked about total points. All they need is 13, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I would do all my projections, right? Mm-hmm. And as I'm going through it, Denver was the last team that I picked, which means all their games had already been decided on other teams' schedules. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of had to go back and be like, all right, what did I have them against San Diego? What did I have them against the Ravens or whatever?
Right.
Listen to the team totals that I have for the Denver going throughout the season. No, just listen.
Okay.
Game 1, 23 points. Game 2, 23 points. Game 3, 23 points. Game 4, 24 points. Game 5, 20, 20, 24, 17, 20, 23, 20, 18, 27, 23, 17, 21. My point is, the first 3 games of the season I haven't scored 23 points, and not because I'm just going down like their schedule. I'd already picked them throughout the rest of my preview. I just if you're going to bet on a team total to hit this year, I think you should take Denver Broncos 23 points every game. You're going to make some money.
That doesn't sound bad.
I like it.
The team that befuddles me every single year of my entire existence.
Chargers?
Yes. I don't understand
why they're not better.
I don't understand why they're not better. In the 2004 draft, I actually had my heart set on Phillip Rivers coming to Pittsburgh. Because, Ben was that third guy, and I was like, man, Phil, he's good. He plays in a pro-style offense, all this stuff. He's never been able to go over that hump. They've been to the playoffs a couple times. They've been to the AFC Championship
They should have beat the Patriots. They didn't run the ball.
And I don't understand.
Hold on.
He's a good quarterback.
He's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He's ridiculous.
He's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He had a tight end that is a Hall of Fame tight end. Now they've got the running game that's coming on with Melvin Gordon.
Gordon's overrated.
They had, if you get me wrong, they had LT for at least 2 or 3 years under him.
Yeah, when he was good but not great.
I'm just like, this team every year ends up 6-10.
Well, here's the thing: they have no offensive line. Their defense was really bad for a number of years.
Yeah,
really bad.
It's getting a little better.
And you said they had Gates. They didn't have a whole lot of outside help on the wide receiver side. So Rivers is getting the ball to these guys, whatever, that are no names.
Yeah.
They got Keenan Allen now, who can't stay healthy, but when he's healthy, he's one of the best wide receivers in the league. Terrell Williams,
up and comer.
They got Hunter Henry, the tight end. I think Melvin Gordon's trash. I think he got lucky last. When I say lucky, I mean he scored like 15 touchdowns. He fell over 1 yard. He had a couple good runs, but sleeping on Gordon. I'm not sleeping. That's fine. I mean, he's going in the second round or whatever, even end of the first. Like I don't want any piece of him there. I mean, if he was in a third round pick,
I hope you're 12th in our effing league and you're dealt with him. Yep.
I'll pass him.
Oh, good. Pass him up for
a quarterback,
and you'll have no running backs.
It's a 2-quarterback league.
Whatever.
I'll take 2 quarterbacks.
I don't care about you. You and your league that you've created, League of Unextraordinary Gentlemen.
You won it last year.
I know, because I wanted to prove to you that the league sucked, I knew how to do it otherwise.
Who was the number 1 team in the league going into the playoffs? This guy right here.
Couldn't care. Who won?
And then I just got unlucky. How did I lose to you? Did I lose by a point? I think I lost by a point to the end of the playoffs.
But I won.
You did.
With my shitty team that was in 4th place.
You had a shitty team.
And that eats at you. I know it does. This year, you ain't getting close.
I might go undefeated this year. I'll probably go better than the Patriots.
Wait till you see all my team names that I have selected for you.
The best part is you think that like you just are going to be able to grab whatever players you want. Like I'm going to take Brady, guys. I'm going to take Bell and Johnson, and I'm going to take Brown. Is that okay? Oh wait, there's a draft. I can't have every best player.
I didn't have best players, but I was able to manipulate
Carson
myself.
Wentz last year as your third quarterback.
Carson Wentz,
didn't you have
but
as your third
this year. You know what? No, I wanted him.
Yeah, you tried trading
in the second week.
Because after the third week when they were 3-0 and they beat the Steelers, you're like, somebody trade me Carson Wentz. I'll give up Dak or whatever. I don't want Dak. Dak's so terrible. You had Dak, and then you won the championship with Dak.
I gave him to Billy. I traded him to Billy because I was like, this guy's trash,
and he was good.
But I still won.
Oh God, yeah. Blind squirrel finds him.
Whatever.
Chargers. What do you have for wins?
8-8.
Same here. 8-8. 7.5 is the over/under.
What was the Broncos over/under?
8.5. They have 8.5.
Okay, so I had them on the.
They have a lot of confidence then.
And what was the Chargers over/under?
I just said it. 7.5.
I think 7. Ooh, I've got them over. Good. All right, let's go to the upper echelon to this group. And
I like the Chiefs everything but the quarterback. And I don't think Smith's a bad. Smith can't win you a Super Bowl. He cannot do it. He absolutely 100% cannot do it because he can't get the ball downfield.
Neither can Pat Mahomes, so it doesn't matter.
You don't know that. He's a rookie. No. Pat Mahomes might be able to win you Super Bowl. No. We know Alex Smith cannot.
I do love the guy that I don't know his name.
Oh God, this is great.
I love him.
You love the guy in Tennessee. You don't know his name from the Redskins that went to college in Texas. And we know it now because I looked it up.
The speedster, number 10.
The guy who beats his pregnant girlfriend, Tyreek Hill.
He's fantastic on the football field.
Let's make a bet on this guy too, because he's.
No, I'm just saying he's great.
He's no one to take the pressure off of him.
Oh,
he had Macklin. No, he's terrible.
He's fantastic.
He is a one-hit wonder. He's done.
4 returns, kick or punt off this year. 4 returns.
Punt off what?
4 punt returns or kickoffs. 4.
4? I'll take the
yes. Under. Good. You do it.
So Tyreek,
my man.
3.5 is the over/under.
Yeah, Kansas City. I love their defense. Their defense is a friggin' scary monster. And the one thing that I do have to go with, I have to go with Andy Reid, and I'm going to tell you a little bit why. Okay. Andy Reid is the NFL's version of the MLB's Buck Showalter. He is fantastic in the regular season. He can get your team to any playoffs you want to get to. Andy Reid can't get you over the hump. So I don't think it's the quarterback that can't get him there. I think it's Andy Reid.
Okay.
I don't think he is a coach that is a Super Bowl winning coach.
I think he is. I think he has the ability to do it. I think his game management is one of the worst in football. He's
besides your own coaches, because you hate him.
McCarthy's terrible.
You hate him.
Reid might.
It's so funny how you say this because both those coaches, in my opinion, are pretty good.
You just said Reid can't win anything.
Big time. He'll go 10-6,
you just
11-5.
Said pretty good. All right, who cares?
He'll never win a Super Bowl.
Well, he doesn't have Aaron Rodgers.
Doesn't matter.
Mike McCarthy has Aaron Rodgers
in 5 NFC Championship games
and
couldn't do anything.
A Super Bowl that they lost to your unblemished New England Patriots.
Right, they lost. He can't win them.
It has nothing to do with Reid.
He had a quarterback that was throwing up in the thing, and he couldn't get him prepared for the game. McNabb was throwing up because he couldn't handle it.
That's Reid's fault.
Throwing up in his pants.
That's Reid's fault.
Guys, look at this.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I think their defense, though, and where they play at home, which is a nasty-ass place to play, will produce at least 7 wins.
Have you been to Arrowhead?
No.
I went to Arrowhead for Iowa State, Florida State game first game of the season, and it was mainly Iowa State fans, but the whole thing was sold out, and the stadium actually moves.
That's fantastic.
They were top 5.
I want to be there.
They were top 5 in the country. We were unranked, and
imagine that.
I'm trying to think who their quarterback was. I can't remember.
How many years ago was it?
It was like 10 years ago.
Oh, 10 years ago.
13 years ago.
2000?
Like 2003.
Wow,
2002, 2003, something.
Was that bald-haired 30-year-old guy?
It wasn't Wanky. It was somebody who ran an option on the last play and he scored a touchdown or scored a touchdown for him. But all I was going to say is it was so incredibly late. It was fun. We had them on the ropes. We lost on the last play of the game to the number 5 team in the country. But the stadium, like I heard about it and you went down there, and even though it wasn't a Chiefs game, it was so loud. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it was like 75% Iowa State made it way more fun instead of having to hear the Florida State fans. But man, the stand swayed, the volume. It might have been the best. It was the best football stadium I've ever been in.
I mean, I hear it's just
one of the best
fantastic
sporting experiences I've ever had, and because of the stadium was really.
So
cool.
I think that garners them.
It gets them a couple extra wins.
Yeah, Chris Ricks.
That sounds right.
2003, you said.
I think so.
Chris Ricks.
Yeah, that might be right. I don't know.
We'll get back to it. So, anyways, yeah, I think Kansas City. I've got them 10-6.
Their over/under is 9.
9, so I got them over. Okay. And that leads us to, like I said, the you have New England as the 1, Pittsburgh is the 2A, and I think Oakland is the 2A.
2B?
No, did I say 2A, 2B? Sorry. Oakland should have been in the AFC Championship game, whether it was Oakland, New England, or Pittsburgh, Oakland. However it panned out, except for Carr breaking his leg. That team, I don't care what you say, they are a scary team. Their defense is a solid defense with Khalil Mack. They've got a playmaker in him that is one of those sort of generational type of players that can really disrupt things on defense. Amari Cooper is a stud. I love how Carr has broken out from his brother's shadow, who was not that great. Carr wasn't even a 3rd round pick, maybe a 2nd round pick, 4th round, something there. But he's really transformed the Oakland team, and I really think that they are a team on the rise. And I have them at 12-4 because of that. And I think they are right nipping on the heels of the Steelers for that second best team in the AFC. I think Oakland's going to have a fantastic year.
Let me know when you're done with your diatribe and how much you how much you love
my monologue.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm done.
Okay. I'm 11-5.
Okay, good.
I think they're a very good team.
They're good.
I think Carr's a good quarterback. I think there's 2 teams this year that are going to hit regression pretty hard. I think the Raiders are one of them.
I sort of agree with you.
I say 11-5 because I think there's winnable games on the schedule. I think the division is winnable. I think they're good. I just don't. I think the expectation. Talk about Tennessee being the darlings. I think the expectations of the Raiders
are high too.
Are high,
yeah.
and I actually don't think.
And I'm on that boat.
I don't think Carr's a top 5, top 10, or I mean he's probably top 10, top 5, top 8 quarterback. You just said you're on the boat of they're going to possibly win a Super Bowl with him. So, but. The other team I was going to say is the Falcons. I think the Falcons are the other one in for a big regression this year.
A little bit. But I still think Oakland, they have a chance for that regression. I don't think
I have them losing the opening game at Tennessee because it's at Tennessee. You got to travel, and Tennessee's going to be good.
That's going to be a fun game.
Yeah. I've got them losing at Denver, against I think it's home against New England, at KC, and then at San Diego.
You have them going 0-4?
Los Angeles Chargers. No, not the start. I'm talking about the losses I have.
Jesus.
No, I have an 11-5. I'm trying to think of the games I'm winning that I could see flipping. I believe, let's see, what was it? The Giants. I haven't beaten the Giants, but it's in Oakland, so they should take care of business there. Dallas, I haven't beaten. Again, it's in Oakland, so I think they should take care of business there.
That'll be a fun game too. They got a good schedule.
They got Washington. I think Washington's in Washington, but I haven't beaten them in Washington. So I could see 9-7.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're on that 12-4. When you have that 8-8, 9-7, little
when you have that West Coast team that has to travel for a couple games to the East Coast, and they should win, right? They should beat the Skins. They're better than the Skins.
Yeah, but
you got to go there.
You can't.
Yeah, and it happens every year. The Jets and the Browns take a team that shouldn't lose to them because they got to come across the country, or the Rams will take a team from the East Coast that has to go across there and win. That shouldn't happen. So I got 11-5. The over/under's 9.5 in Vegas, so I got them going over, but. Again, I have a full win and a half over.
It's a scary team to pick as a 12 or 11.
You just were ready to anoint them like the next coming of
Christ
I
know.
Or whatever. Okay. So
I'm trying to tell you I've got confidence in them, but I can see your point.
Okay.
I can see your point.
I think they win the division, but I wouldn't be shocked to see game management Alex Smith or even Rivers have another go at it.
Just go nuts.
They can get guys healthy.
But I do like Oakland. I think they are the 2A, 2B team. So.
All right, I got Raiders 11-5, Chiefs 9-7, Chargers 8-8, and Broncos 7-9.
I got Raiders 12-4, Kansas City 10-6, Chargers 8-8, Broncos 7-9.
That's a lot of wins. Everybody gets 7 wins in Mike's NFL. There's no chance, except for the Jets. The Jets
only have
have
socialistic system. Everyone gets equality,
the Jets
except for the GOAT, New England.
And the Jets, they only have 1 win.
Right. You have to put the people in their place. All right, let's go to the beautiful, the lovely, the outstanding AFC North.
Boring.
So, I think we all can consensusly pick that the Browns are going to be poo diddly-icious.
I have 8-8.
No, I'm just kidding. You're such a clown. I was going to stop the podcast right now. I got them at 4-12.
3-13.
I don't know who their quarterback is. I don't know who their receivers are. I know their running backs.
You know what? For everyone listening, I'm really proud of Mike for coming prepared to this podcast.
Cleveland sucks. They are the trash hole of the United States. Okay?
Yep.
This coming from a Steelers fan, so I should have no love for both of the Browns teams.
You have them at
in
4-12?
4-12.
What are their 4 wins?
They will beat probably the Bengals once, the Ravens once. They'll probably beat Jacksonville,
I haven't beaten the Jets at home.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I haven't beaten Tennessee at home in a trap. We talked about this earlier.
I know, trap game.
And I haven't beaten Jacksonville. It's my three wins.
But I think they beat one of the divisional teams. If not, sometimes the Steelers play them not,
Steelers don't play well on the road. We've already gone over this. Ben could, and the Ravens aren't any good anyway. We're going to get into that.
I think last year Ben lost to the Bengals for the first time in Cincinnati. But see, that's where I dispute some of your stuff because we take care of Cincinnati and Cleveland at their house mostly.
Yeah, well,
Baltimore's the one team that really
because they're bad. You should take care of them.
Okay, so next team.
It's not like you're crowning them champions because they.
Well, I'm crowning this team champion right now. The Ravens. They are going to be your Super Bowl champion. They are going to have the MVP.
Do you know what the Ravens over under their total is in
15,
Vegas?
probably
8.5.
Yeah, well, I have it at 8-8.
I have 8-8 as well. I actually had them at 7 and 9,
What was the Browns? I missed you saying that.
You miss it all the time. 4.5. We both went under.
Okay, and then the Ravens, I'm going at under. Yeah, let's be realistic here. Ravens are going to have a good defense. That's their pedigree. They always have a decent defense. Okay?
That is a myth as well. Look at their stats from. They're terrible. They've given up the most 150-yard plus receivers in the last 3 years. They can't cover.
They drafted a corner to help with that. So
it's a rookie corner.
How many? I'm just saying, they're looking for the future.
They need help. I agree.
I still think their defense is going to be good. They have them as a top 10 defense right now.
Who's they?
For all fantasy stuff, I'm pretty sure they're top 10.
Okay, because they get to play Cleveland twice.
Yeah, right. Okay.
They're garbage.
Joe Flacco, he's a serviceable quarterback. Again, I can't talk about him that much because I'm a Steeler fan.
Why can't you talk about him? I can talk about him. You should read the Drew McGarry's Why Your Team Sucks ratings. One of the fans, so they take emails from fans, not from like Steelers fans or Packers fans, from Ravens fans that write in about how much their team sucks.
Yeah.
And one of the guys said his brother works for a new upstart entrepreneur tailor clothing company that outfits some of the Ravens or whatever. Not for the uniforms, but for dress stuff. And Flacco goes there to get measured, and the guy talks to him about how much he loves his job, whatever, I really enjoy what I do. And Flacco's like, you know what? That's really awesome. I kind of hope one day I find something I really like to do too. That is the quarterback of your Baltimore Ravens.
Hence the nickname Joey Dum Dum.
Oh, he's terrible.
I think he's a
goof. Do you know who's better than he is?
Tyrod Taylor?
Colin Kaepernick. They signed him right now, they'd be better off. They'd be a chance at 9-7.
Oh, wait till you see my team names on Yahoo. So anyways, the Ravens, I think they've got trouble at the running back spot. They had a terrible offensive line last year.
I have a terrible line. I mean, they got Woodhead. He's not good. But...
No, but he scares me, especially. And this is what you don't get.
He's terrible.
This is what you don't get.
You're right, I don't.
When the Ravens play the Steelers, there's always some sort of luck involved, and it always tends to go the Ravens' side.
That is stuff you can't measure, I agree.
They beat us on some stupid, when your team has a kicker that can kick from 80 yards out, good for you. You can win games 15-0.
Yeah, I mean,
I love it.
Whatever. Well, that's part of your team.
But
Tucker's the one thing I like about him.
A lot of that stuff is just, to me, it's like when you have a rivalry that close, the games are going to be close like that. It would do me nothing better to see the Steelers blow them out by 15 points in 2 games, to shut every fan up about, oh, we beat you once. Because guess what? The Ravens have 2 things in their year that they want to do. They want to beat the Steelers, and they want to make the playoffs. They don't want to win Super Bowls. They want to beat the Steelers.
I disagree.
Okay?
I hate the Ravens, but the Ravens fans, they have 2 Super Bowls.
They want to beat the Steelers. And if they
Of course they do.
They have a successful season. That's not in the eyes of the Steelers. Steelers don't care about that stuff. They've got bigger fish to fry. But anyways, I think Mike Wallace is still serviceable. If Perriman ever gets off his ass and can play, I think he's a tall quarterback.
I think Mike Wallace is being undervalued in drafts for fantasy.
And I love it because I've been picking him up a lot lately.
Yeah, I think somebody's got to catch the ball. Joe's going to throw for 3,500 plus if he's healthy.
Right.
Even though he's not good, but somebody's got to catch it. So it's going to be Woodhead and Wallace catching the ball.
And
Dennis Pitt is already out.
And the funny...
He just get his hip like the 80th time or something.
The funny thing is I have a couple friends who are always like, oh man, come and watch a Steelers-Ravens game with me. And I tell them no all the time because this is the shit you're going to hear from me. It's going to be vitriol. Every time I see Harbaugh's face on TV, every time I see Flacco look and go, close my eyes, let me throw a deep bomb and who catches it? Yes! That will be me talking to the TV because that's how much respect I don't have for them. And friends that are like Ravens fans, come watch with me. You don't want to hear me because I'm going to curse out your dumbass looking coach. I'm going to curse out Joe Flacco who doesn't have S to do.
Yeah.
That's why. I can't watch it with them. But I'm fired up right now because they're not good.
So
but they'll end up winning 15 games and win the Super Bowl because they've got the horseshoe up their ass.
Yeah. So I got to admit, Nate, I hate the Ravens. My buddy who listens to us said we should probably not focus on how much we hate the Ravens since we're living in there. I know you don't. I
have a vested interest. I'm a Steeler fan.
I just hate them. I tried adopting them when they came to town, and I just couldn't. The fans are terrible. Talk about being a football town, then they're terrible, and the Orioles go to the playoffs. Now we're a baseball town. Baltimore has the worst fans in all of sports. Flacco's not good, folks. He's not good. The stats back it up. The eye test backs it up. He had one fluky run to the playoffs, and he got a ring, and you can't take the ring away from him. Congratulations. He deserved it. He played extremely well for 4 straight games. There was one game that he threw a ball up in the air that was the luckiest, most misplayed defensive ball. But it happens, right? But it happens. He's never going to win another. Put me on. I don't care what the odds are. I'll take whatever that is. Flacco's never winning another Super Bowl. Not as a starter. Okay. Maybe he goes and sits. Oh, no. Maybe he could. But
Lamar Woodley said that too, and he won a Super Bowl. He said he will never win a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco as a quarterback, and he won. So he got egg in his face.
But Flacco, what is it, 7 years ago, 6 years ago?
They should have lost that Super Bowl. It was because of the other dumb Harbaugh couldn't run a goddamn correct play on a goddamn goal line. It's 2 stupid brothers that don't know how to fucking coach.
Well, the smart one's in Michigan. The smarter of the two. The better of the two is in Michigan.
The dumber of the two are... There is no smarter one.
Yeah, John's terrible.
I can't do it. Cincinnati, 9-7.
9-7. They'll lose in the first round of playoffs.
I just still like...
Andy Dalton, by the way, is also...
Andy Dalton.
People are sleeping on him. Not that he's a great fantasy quarterback, but he'll get you enough in the mid-rounds.
You're also sleeping on another guy who might be on Mr. Gifford's team.
I never sleep on Roethlisberger.
Joey Mixon.
He'll punch somebody in week 1.
Get ready for this kid. Mixon. They said he should have been a number 1 overall pick.
No one takes a running back number 1 overall.
Who said it?
Pull up your article. Who said
it? A lot of the guys, GMs, love this kid. It was because of the altercation that happened that dropped his...
Didn't he hit a woman?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
No one said he should be number 1 overall pick.
If you see Leonard Fournette, Dalvin Cook, and Joe Mixon on Mike's team, you can give me money now.
2-10.
You can give me money, and my quarterback will be Carson Wentz.
Ryan and Mike, let him take these guys.
We said that at the 59-minute. Make sure you tell everybody. 59-minute, listen in.
Please let him take them. That's free money for us right there.
Love it. Okay. Been
no one called Mixon number 1. You need to back your shit up. Where's they say number 1 overall?
A lot of GMs said that he was a guy that they would have picked number one overall.
When's the last time a running
over Leonard Fournette?
When's number one overall running back or number one overall?
Overall.
When's the last time a running
Leonard
back?
Fournette was number 4.
When's the last time
Barry Sanders that I can remember?
In 88.
That I can remember. Yeah, that I can remember.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe LT? Did LT go top?
I'd have to look.
We'll have to look. It's
my
rare.
My point. Listen, Mixon didn't come out with that hype at all. Mixon's a good. He's actually gotten the carries.
They
Bernard's
said he's better than Fournette, than your boy McCaffrey.
I agree he's better than Fournette.
All those guys.
By the way, McCaffrey is looking
He is looking like
awesome.
Although I'm passing up him in fantasy.
Just because you hate him. Just because he lost you 12 beers.
No, because it's either between, at that point in the draft, it's between like a second, third receiver or...
He's going like third round now.
Right, so that's like, I would pick Fournette over him. I'd pick... So I'd have to look. I don't know.
I hope I get McCaffrey.
So I think.
Oh. Well, yeah, I just had my draft order pick for my big league. Guess what pick I got? I'm
Number
excited. Now, the best pick in the draft.
12th.
Nope, you're terrible at this. 2. I get David Johnson or Le'Veon Bell, and I get the better pick on the way back.
Oh, I love the end pick because I get back-to-back every time.
I get David Johnson or Le'Veon Bell. Number 3 doesn't get that. Number 12 doesn't get that.
Good.
And then whoever one takes, that's fine. I get the other one.
Okay.
And on the way back, I get a better pick than he does. I'm so excited. I hope it's David Johnson. I like both of them, but I hope it's David Johnson.
I'm disappointed that your big league is not the league that I'm playing in.
The $10 league.
I'm so upset that I hear about these other leagues that you and Ryan. I'm not invited to these leagues.
No, because
I want to play with big time boys.
Do you want to? Are you have $175 you're willing to invest?
No, see, I won't do that
Right.
because my wife won't let me.
Right, I understand. And on top of it, we come and we have a plan, not just. I really love Joe Mixon, guys.
I have a plan that
Joe
I'm working on.
Mixon, Dalvin Cook.
See, you think I'm stupid. I'm not
don't
stupid.
think you're stupid, but I'm asking you to back up your hunches.
Cincinnati has 3 good running backs. Joe Mixon makes that up. They're gonna be a team that is gonna be very
Cincinnati.
tough to beat.
But they'll lose in the first round of the playoffs like they do every year.
I don't even have them in the playoffs.
Okay. I have them in the playoffs as a wild card.
9-7. So now, the moment we've been waiting for, the Pittsburgh
Steelers 11-5.
This is a very difficult pick for me.
Hold on. Cincinnati, just for the record, was 8.5 is the over.
Okay.
I went over.
This is a very difficult pick for me because honestly, I am realistic when it comes to Pittsburgh. But at the same time,
no, you're not.
Every year going into it, I believe that if they don't win 12 or more games, it's an unsuccessful year.
That's realistic, folks.
Because they are the second best team in the AFC.
Realistic.
It seems like they have not been able to put that gear together in the last 3 or 4 years. I think Martavis Bryant, I think Le'Veon Bell.
Has Bryant even been cleared yet?
Antonio Brown have not played together in more than 5 games as a unit. If you put them on the field, especially with some other things, I believe that offense is second to none, except for New England.
That's second to one.
Second to one. I shouldn't say second to none. Their defense is up and coming. We have some young guys. I absolutely, after one game, was frothing at the mouth for TJ Watt.
Fanboy.
We have a 38 going on 39-year-old guy that's going to clock probably, mark this down in the book, probably 6 to 7 sacks this year.
James.
Okay? We have a defensive line that is shaping itself up, if we can keep them.
No one cares about the Steelers.
To something that is reminiscent of the 70s.
No, all right.
This team is on the rise.
I agree.
What breaks my heart?
They're not on the rise.
What breaks my heart?
No one cares.
Is that getting to the AFC Championship game is the Super Bowl for me.
All right, well, you know what? If you had a coach that could actually coach, you'd be fine.
We have a coach.
Oh, hold on. Andy Reid can't get over the hump. Mike Tomlin can't either.
He won a Super Bowl. He's been to 2. Thank you.
Oh my God! But
thank you.
Andy Reid's been to 1. He's been to 4 NFC Championship games.
Doesn't matter.
Tomlin's 1-1.
Doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
you just said them getting the AFC Championship game is their Super Bowl.
The point.
You said it's their Super Bowl.
Right, because we have not been able to find a way. The way that's going to beat New England is man coverage, where we're going to have to use William Gay, Artie Burns. We're going to have safety help. We're going to need TJ Watt.
No one listening right now cares about the Steelers.
We're going to need Bud Dupree to get to the quarterback.
Yes, listen, I think the Steelers
13-3.
Now,
if they do not make this, you're going to see one crushed individual.
Yes!
I am dead serious about this.
I can't wait.
I will give the Ravens one stupid ass lucky win. I will probably give the Packers a win. and I probably will give New England a win. Those are
I have
our
them
3
beating
losses.
the Packers and New England and still losing 5 games.
Okay.
All right, ready? Pittsburgh beats Cleveland. Pittsburgh beats Minnesota. Pittsburgh beats Chicago 3-0. We're on our way to 13-3. Then they lose to Baltimore 19-17. They beat Jacksonville. Lose at KC 22-20.
Beat them last year.
It's fine. Beat Cincinnati. Lose to Detroit. Beat Indy. Beat Tennessee. Beat Green Bay in Pitt. Cincy gets one off of them. Beat Baltimore. Beating New England. Losing to Houston on Christmas Day. And then beating Cleveland.
That's where you're wrong.
What? So you said
Anyways.
they beat them last year. Does that mean I can take whatever
Let's
losses
go.
they had last year
Let's
and
go.
transpose them and translate them to this year?
Let's go to the playoffs.
Hold on. I'm asking a question.
No, I'm done talking to you about it.
No.
I'm out.
You can't use
I'm out.
last year for this year.
I can.
You can't.
We can beat them.
I agree. You
We've
can
gone to
beat
Kansas
them.
City in the most terrible of spots in a playoff
I
game.
agree. They can
We
beat
won.
them. Well, they lost games on the road last year, correct?
Sure.
Why?
I don't know.
Because it happens.
Okay.
Kansas City's a tough place to play.
Okay.
You just think they're going to roll through the NFL?
13-3.
Can we bet on this too? What is it then? So 13 and over?
$5.
$5 for
Do it.
Steelers.
Right now, you
This
have
is
me.
great.
You have me on tilt right now. I might reach over the table and fucking
This is great.
wrestle you. Okay, playoffs.
Hold on, we're doing playoffs and then we're recapping bets.
Okay,
All right,
we have to tighten this show up because people hate us.
Fine. We hate you
We're at an
anyway.
hour 5.
Whatever.
And my wife's downstairs.
Waiting for buns.
Never. Just a kiss goodnight because I'm going to Raleigh for the weekend. So,
Why are you going to Raleigh?
buddy's 40th birthday.
Nice.
Gonna play some golf. You should have seen me stroking it at the course today.
You went and played today? Or you mean the range? You have a dog coming through right now.
I know. What's up, Wonder Mutt?
Your dog is now. We're still going, Finn. We're still going. But you're more than welcome to be on the pod and eat my neighbors. All right. That was brought to you by Puppy Chow.
Yeah, we're close. We're getting to the playoffs here. So,
All right,
anyways,
my 3-6 matchup. I have Raiders as the 3 in the third best division, taking on the Chiefs as the 6th seed in the first.
my 3. I hope this is right. My 3-6
yeah.
is Oakland, Miami.
You have Miami making the playoffs. You have Miami making the playoffs.
No, I don't.
You have them at 7 and 9.
Okay.
Jeez.
I have to switch this up.
You know
because,
what? We're going to start the pod over.
Oh my God, it's Cincinnati now because I switched them in mid thing, so it's Cincinnati.
I love this. 5 minutes ago, you said Cincinnati. I don't have them in the playoffs.
No, I
don't have them.
I forgot about
I don't have
Miami.
them.
Oh my God, I forgot about Miami at 7 and 9. I'm sorry.
Tannehill tore his knee 3 weeks ago
I
when he
hate
did
you.
prep.
I think you're a terrible
Person?
Yeah.
I'm a terrible human being.
I think you're mean and evil.
So I have Raiders Chiefs. You have Raiders Bengals.
I have Raiders Bengals, right? And the other one, I have Tennessee Kansas City.
We have the same 6 teams. 6 teams. I have Tennessee Bengals in the other one.
Okay.
All right, out of the Raiders and Chiefs, I have Chiefs beating the Raiders.
I have
Andy Reid can't win.
I have Oakland beating Cincinnati,
Uh-huh.
and I have Kansas City beating Tennessee.
Kansas City beating Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we both have Kansas City in to the Final Four, and you have Oakland. I have Kansas City and the Bengals. So I got Chiefs Patriots as a matchup, 6 versus 1, and Bengals or Steelers as a matchup, 5 versus 2.
And I have New England Oakland, and I have Pittsburgh Kansas City.
Can't have New England Oakland
Why?
because they're the 3. They can't play the 1.
Oakland.
So 3C would have to play Steelers.
Oakland. Yes, you're right. Sorry.
I have Chiefs Patriots. I have the Patriots. The Chiefs cannot beat the Patriots.
Hold on. So I have the same thing as you.
Chiefs Pats. And
Sorry,
you
yes.
have Raiders Steelers.
Yeah, I have Raiders. I'm
I
sorry.
have Bengals Steelers. So I have the Patriots beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs cannot beat the Patriots. They do not have the firepower to do it.
Nope.
And I have the Steelers beating the Bengals. I think the Bengals could do it. I just
Not in Pittsburgh.
I don't think. I think in Pittsburgh's tough, and I just think
Team
I
has no mental fortitude.
I don't know about that. I don't believe in like last year predicts this year. But if you're a team who keeps making the playoffs, and then every year the writers talk about, and ESPN talks about, the Bengals never win a playoff game, and while you know it doesn't affect you, you start to feel the pressure more and more, especially if you're Dalton, who's been in the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years.
I mean, 2 years ago when the Bengals beat the Steelers in the playoffs, but they shit the bed on penalties because they have no mental fortitude.
Fine, but what I'm saying is I just think...
And they have criminals on their team.
Every team has criminals on their team.
No, they have criminals.
The Ravens have criminals.
No. They have Pac-Man Jones, who's a criminal.
And your boy, Joe
They
Mixon.
have Vontaze Burfict.
And Joe Mixon,
who's
your
a
boy.
criminal.
And Joe Mixon.
And now Joe Mixon, it's a beautiful team.
They all do it. But what I'm saying is I could see the Bengals beating them. I don't think it's a Steelers.
It's a divisional game, so yes, there's a possibility.
I just think the Bengals are talented enough. So I think the talent on that roster is good. Anyway, I don't think they do it because I just think that it's in Dalton's head. He's going to feel the pressure.
I don't even think he gets out of the first round, so I don't, whatever.
I know. Well, that's fine. But anyway, so I have Steelers beating the Bengals. I have the 1 and 2 seed.
Same as last year. Final four for the whole NFL. We have the same.
Do we?
Yeah. We have New England, Pittsburgh. We have Atlanta, Green Bay.
And so I took Green Bay going to the Super Bowl. Did you take Atlanta or Green Bay? I don't know.
I have Atlanta.
Yep. And I have Pats beating the Steelers going to the Super Bowl to face Green Bay.
Yep. I have New England winning too. Unless Pittsburgh can figure a way to get man coverage, press, and get on Brady, they're again, it breaks my heart. It's the one thing when Ben retires that I'm gonna be very frustrated with, that he was never able to beat New England when it mattered and in the playoffs. And to me, if he does that, he can fucking retire this year. All I care, because he's now completed what he needs to do.
What happens if he beats New England and then loses to Green Bay or Atlanta in the Super Bowl?
I'd be very upset, but I know that he got, because he has other Super Bowls under his belt, that he beat New England when it mattered. That to me is huge, because if you think about how we got to this,
an odd way of thinking.
How we got to the Super Bowl, we beat the Ravens once, which was fantastic. We beat the Jets to get to the playoffs, and we beat Denver with Jake Plummer. Not real impressive.
You play who you have on the Steelers.
It's just not impressive.
All right, Pats Steelers. Pats go to Super Bowl, and then I have Green Bay winning it. Now I am a homer. I mean, we all are, but I think Green Bay. I think the schedule sets them up to be ready to go for the 1 or 2 seed. I think the NFC is the better conference, so I could see them getting knocked out at some point. Mm-hmm. But I like them getting there. I like finally seeing the Brady-Rodgers matchup we're waiting for. You said you thought you have Atlanta in there, right? I do have Atlanta. But then you just said 10 minutes ago you have Atlanta on a serious regression this year too.
Oh my God. Can they regress a little bit and not be as hot as they were? I mean, does it have to be a regression to 7 and 9?
No.
Jeez.
No, but if they're going to regress...
Why would you not pick New England every year of your God-given life?
Because the odds aren't good
when they have the best quarterback ever.
The Packers do.
And they have the best coaching mind.
Agreed.
Probably ever.
Agreed. Yeah.
Lombardi. It's tough.
No, it's Belichick.
I've done this for years. I'm not doing it anymore. New England wins the Super Bowl. Okay. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done.
New England over Atlanta?
Yes.
I have Green Bay over New England 34-26.
In my heart, I want Atlanta to come back and I want them to beat them because they should have won last year.
Yeah, they
should have won.
Kyle Shanahan's an idiot, so. Let's see.
Tom Brady's the best quarterback ever.
Second best. Third best, maybe.
So.
But, let's see. Super Bowl odds. Patriots are plus 320. So if you're going to bet them every year to win it, it doesn't pay off.
No, I know. Oh, I know betting odds. I'm just. I understand.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I do. I do stats and odds.
Okay.
I'm not just going to pick somebody to win it just because they're really good.
Nah.
I want to know, what I'm looking at and what.
You're right. So the odds would dictate don't pick them. I get that. You don't always want to pick the favorite, but it amazes me year after year, the pundits on sports talk and stuff. They're always like, "Oh, well,
you act like
this team's going to beat New England." They're not. No one has.
How can you say that? In 17 years, they've won 5, which is the best, but it's not 100%. 12 times other teams have won the Super Bowl.
Right, but you have to look at the other circumstances that we're in.
No, you don't.
You have to look at other circumstances.
There could be other.
One year Brady was
Stop.
A couple years he was beaten by Peyton.
How do you know he won't be out this year? How do you know Ben won't outplay him? How do you know Rodgers won't outplay him in the Super Bowl?
Because it's my opinion.
Well, yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying you said how can anyone not pick them? Because any number of things can happen. Otherwise, why are we playing the games?
I don't know.
I already said my AFC Rookie of the Year, Deshaun Watson from Clemson. You said he's going to take over for quarterback week 1, Houston. So even if it's not week 1, it's going to be early.
Yeah.
And then I have my AFC MVP, even though I have him a team on the regression, and I don't love the guy. I don't hate him either. I think Derek Carr is still on his upward trend, and I have Derek Carr, leading the Raiders to a number 3 seed. I think he's the reason why they get there. So he's my MVP from the AFC. Yes, above Brady. Yes, above Ben. Who do you got? Brady?
MVP goes to Brady. Again, why would you go against him?
Because he doesn't win it. He's won 2 of them in his career.
I think Rookie of the Year goes to my boy.
Joe Mixon.
TJ. He's going to show his brother what it is that he's been being taught to him for years and years.
I love this.
And this is going to be a fantastic sibling rival. It's going to be awesome.
Let's move this on because we need
And then week 2 when he blows his ACL, you can come to me and go, hey, dum-dum.
$5. Here, let's recap some bets we have.
Okay, let's do this. It's getting tired. I gotta get up.
I'm tired. So
I have a 6-hour drive to Raleigh.
Oh, I feel so...
I'm not going to see my family for a few days.
Congratulations.
I get no kisses on the cheeks from my wife.
I mean, whatever. You're going golfing and drinking for the next few days.
I probably won't drink. My friend can't do that for reasons, but, you know.
Okay. Well, you're going to golf, and you're probably going to have a couple beers, so it's going to be anyway. All right, recap.
I don't like being away from the fam.
I don't like it either. But when you're doing it, it's fun. Whatever. You're awful.
Can we finish this?
No, I want to go all night. This is the all-night podcast.
I can't do it. I'm so fired up about Steelers right now.
You're such a rush all the time.
Hey, guess what? Sunday, 1 o'clock, Falcons Steelers. Get ready.
I don't care. It's preseason. All right. I'm recapping bets.
Okay, recap.
Steelers wins. If it's 13 or over, you win $5.
Winner.
I win 5. It goes under.
No, I got 5. Let me put the money down. I got 5.
Texans versus Steelers. Pick 'em on Christmas Day. I have Texans. You have Steelers. $5.
I have 10.
Tyreek Hill, over under 3.5. Kickoff or punt returns 4 touchdowns. You have over 3.5. I have under $5.
Damn it, I'm $15 up.
I honestly think you're going to lose all 3 of them. New England, 15 wins or more. In the regular season, you win $10. Less than 15 wins.
$25. This is going to pay for my fantasy.
I win $10.
I can't wait.
And then the last bet we made on the podcast, before we get into the Dak ones, TJ Watt's sacks for the season versus JJ Watt's sacks for the season. $5. You have TJ. I have JJ. A push is a push. TJ's a rookie? I didn't know that. You have a rookie beating like the 17-time reigning defensive player of the year who sacks like 20 guys a year. So TJ Watt's going to sack 26 or something?
He
22?
might never get a sack in his career, but I think he's going to do it.
You're such a nut.
All
right, so those are the ones we made on the pod.
I hope Josh is listening because I am the fanboy. I'm embracing it, Josh.
You're nut. All right, and then we actually talked about this offline, but we'll put it on the record. We made
do it.
Bets $5 each on the following: Dak versus Wentz. I have Dak. Mike has Wentz. Completion percentage. Whoever has a higher one wins $5. Total yards passing for the year in the regular season. Highest one wins $5. Quarterback rating. Highest one wins $5. The passer rating, which is different. Highest one wins $5. Fewest interceptions wins $5. Has to have a minimum of 12 starts for each of them to qualify, as long as the benchings aren't for benching, like not injury. So if Dak sucks and he gets benched, that's part of this bet, is the fact that one of them sucks or not. Right. But if there's an injury, they got to start at least 12. So if Dak misses 4 games for injury, there's one other, and I want to make sure we clarify this. We had touchdowns. It's total touchdowns, right? Like Dak gets credit for getting through the end zone if he runs one, and so does Wentz. Right? I mean, it's just about scoring. It's about being the better quarterback. Let's discount legs.
Yeah. I wanted passing, but I'll go with you on that.
Total touchdowns.
Sure.
Okay, so total touchdowns is also
saw an interesting stat today.
These are all straight up, folks.
Here's an interesting stat.
I feel like Dak is probably a favorite.
Maybe not a stat.
Favorite on all these.
Here's not a stat. Here's a stat.
Are you gonna have enough money to PayPal me at the end of the year?
So
I want PayPal, by the way. Also,
Ezekiel Elliott not being in for 4 games, more than likely.
6 right now.
No, 4.
6 right now.
Down to 4.
6 right now.
When he was not in the play for the Cowboys, Dak Prescott's QB rating was abysmal. When he was in there, pretty good.
Okay.
So with Zeke not being in there,
can I ask a question?
Take that pressure off.
Why wasn't Zeke in the game?
Dak is going to have a regression, as you say. Boop, 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 boop. That rookies do their second year.
Do you look at the secondary reasons of like why Zeke is out for that play? Can Zeke not pass protect? Zeke doesn't catch a whole lot of balls.
That wasn't in what I read. What it said.
I understand, but
he was in versus not being in.
But I'm just telling you, think of it this way. It doesn't matter to me. You made the bet. I'm great. I'm going to win all this money. But if Zeke's not in, it's probably because it's the passing play. So he's going to have his quarterback rating is going to suffer. That makes sense because they're planning for a pass.
Yeah, but when it's passing plays when Zeke's in there. He's better at passing. Because the pressure is...
It's on passing plays.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the pressure is taken off of Dak. Because when it's Dak himself...
But you understand why they're too, right? They're planning for Zeke. What I'm saying is on first...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so it's easier for him.
Oh, I think he's going to suffer.
Just why Ben had an easy
the first few
season
games.
his rookie year, because you had to focus on Jerome Bettis coming through the line. You had to play for that.
I think he's going to suffer the first few games without Zeke.
Just why up in Seattle, when I've lost my mind. When Russell Wilson had a great couple years, because you had to focus Marshawn Lynch. When you take that out of the cog of the offense and are you going to focus on McFadden? Not really. So we can put more pressure on the quarterback. Now McFadden, I got him as a sleeper too.
Well, if you have a sleeper and you just dissed him, and you're completely missing the offensive line, the best unit in football.
Yes, that is true.
So if McFadden's not going to stay healthy.
I'm just saying, it was an interesting statistic.
McFadden's not going to stay healthy. He never does. But they also have Alfred Morris, who's not bad. He's not great. Yeah. And they have Rod Smith. They have 3 running backs who can make it happen.
And Zeke's only going to be out 4 games. Let's
maybe less.
Yeah,
right now it's 6, maybe less.
Let's make it plain and simple there.
So I think at the end of the year I'm going to be up about $50. I want it in PayPal so I can put it in DraftKings.
You're not going to get it in PayPal. You're going to get it in coins socked over your damn head.
And you know what? Instead of $50, just give me 1 Bitcoin.
I don't have $5,000.
$4,300 right now for a Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is that like a Mario coin?
I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. But I know this.
Where's that sound effect?
I know this. I want Bitcoins. They're worth 50. No, I just sell
them. There's a lot of stuff I want.
All right, so
I want multiple hookers in my bed, but that's not happening. You're not getting Bitcoins.
Just get it from your wife at the end of the night.
Kiss on the cheek. It's 10:55.
Is it really?
Yeah, kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, my wife.
This is how much I care about you, Dan. That I've spent this much time away from my wife and children.
At least you're in your own house right now. I'm away from my house.
Oh God, walk down the street. Can I hear these?
By the way,
can I hear these top 5s you wanted to give me? By the way, I did show the picture, the infamous picture, to 2 of the dads tonight.
What infamous picture? Your Ravens cheerleader that you have?
That you sent me. Anyways, and they were like, "Oh, pretty nice." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever."
And you poo-pooed all over it.
Because I just didn't, it's not impressive to me. Can we move on? Because there might be people. I don't. Let's keep this top 5. Let's go. Let's go, David. What do we got, Letterman?
All right, you're on a desert island. Rest of your life, you take 5 movies with you that you can watch as many times as you want, but you never get to turn them in. You never have to watch them again. But if you wanted to watch 5 movies the rest of your life, what 5 would you bring? I have mine.
The 2005 Steelers team
video?
No,
nope, that doesn't count. Actual movies, no.
That's my favorite.
Stop.
The 2008 Steelers team video.
Nope.
Oh my God. Well, this is easy. How many movies do I get?
5.
Okay. Well, I take Star Wars 1, 2, 3. I take episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I take episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I take Star Wars: A New Hope. I take Empire Strikes Back, and I take Return of the Jedi.
Are you serious?
I'm dead effing serious.
For the rest of your life?
Rest of my life, I can watch Han Solo, Princess Leia, especially in Return of the Jedi. Oh.
Yeah, but it's the same story. Like this, it's in one thing.
I will live on that for all of my life.
I didn't know you were.
You asked.
You're a Star Wars nerd?
I'm a mark. I'm not a nerd. I'm a mark.
What does that mean?
That's my thing. Wait till you see my basement in a couple years. That back wall downstairs, all black, stars. I'm going to have the movie posters from each movie once I get to number 9. Yes, sir.
All right.
Give them to me. What do you like?
Backdraft. My first rated R movie. I love it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Fantastic.
Staple from my childhood.
Fantastic.
Gladiator. It's my number 1 movie of all time.
I tried to get the boys to watch that the other day. Wouldn't do it.
Why not?
I don't know, but that opening scene, Unleash Hell, please.
Gladiator.
Fantastic.
Shawshank.
Yep.
And then keep it light a little bit. Superbad. I love me some Superbad. Yeah. Anytime that's. What do you mean? Well, I mean, you're gonna take 5 Star Wars. You ruined every game.
I'd be bored.
I'd
be bored with some of your movies.
Which one are you bored with?
Backdraft that.
You go, we go.
Remember the Titans is probably a little more.
I hate Remember the Titans. Denzel Washington is the worst actor.
I know you would.
Worst actor ever.
Strong side.
You remember the Titans?
Yes.
Oh God, I hated it.
I was listening to
I'm sure
Imagine Dragons today, Warriors, and
This is good. Yeah, keep going. You're really good with names and
21 Pilots. From Suicide Squad. I can't think of it. Heathens, and I had to hold back tears because of thinking about the song and how it related, just how much I want the Steelers to pound somebody's ass this year. I'm in the car with the kids going to practice and we listen to songs on the way. This shows you how much you're out of tune with music because you don't like music.
I like music.
I get fired up for this. I cry over music.
Why do you associate 21 Pilots, Heathens, to Steelers, though?
Well,
they do?
No, I listened to it last year because before the AFC Championship game, the Steelers were huge underdogs, and Heathens are just like, we're coming in to just kick your ass, and that's what I was hoping they would do.
Did it work out?
No.
So it should be a negative.
No, because it still fires me up.
I love current day music because I'm a
love it.
Now I'm doing you.
Yeah, you are. You can't think either.
Bandwagon type of person when it comes to music.
It's
it's not pop
Justin
stuff,
Bieber.
but like the stuff on DC. What do I like right now? I like 21 Pilots.
Trash.
Okay, I mean, whatever. So that type of music.
Anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I was so effing fired up today.
Why?
Tears were rolling down my eyes.
Tears were rolling down your eyes.
Just
Not
thinking
because you had to spend 2 hours at a practice field in the heat.
No, because I was also hoping Jack
we turned on the air conditioning tonight.
I'm glad. I'm so glad.
Set at 74.
It's been 72 in this house. Now it's 73.
It's the first time we've had it on in 24 days.
Well, good. I hope your electricity is at 0.
Yeah, we haven't paid anything for it.
I love it. Good for you.
That's great.
That is a good positive. What's your other one before we hit out?
It's going to take more time.
Oh, okay.
Top 5 honeys. Right now. Can't go back in time. So you can't use Elizabeth's shoe from back in the 80s. Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It has to be
right
current,
now?
Current day, yeah.
Wow. Oh, man.
Ravens cheerleader.
Stop it!
Ravens cheerleader.
Oh, my God.
Ravens cheerleader. Emma Stone, a Ravens cheerleader.
Oh, my God. I swear, please, that's not.
Well, we'll think about that one for next time.
Okay, let's do that because that does take a little while. But Emma Stone,
Jessica Biel's in there.
No.
Huh?
Emma Stone's up there. Yeah.
Emma's up there. What do you mean no? Jessica Biel.
No.
Why do you say it like that?
She has a
She's number 1.
No, she's got a. Oh, who's the blonde? She's got a mouth like that, like real wide. Like, just pie face. I'm out.
Like what? Pie face?
Yeah, I'm out.
She's so hot.
No, she's not.
All right. Well,
my girl from Game of Thrones.
Who? The redhead?
Sansa. Can't do.
She's in the top 5.
Yeah, right now. You said right now.
She's not above Daenerys.
Yeah, I'm not a blonde. I'm not a blonde girl.
Amelia Clark's a redhead.
No, she's not. She's brunette.
It's like a reddish brunette.
Yeah, but I don't find her attractive in her face. I don't. And you know all that stuff's body double, so it's not her body.
You don't find her attractive in the face?
No, not really. I find the other girl with her green eyes and red hair. She's pretty. So anyways, let's go through that. We'll do that one. I will do my research.
We just we're finished with our.
But to mind you, I'm an older man. I'm an older woman type of man. Even though I am 40, like you might find some of my stuff when I'm talking about mid 40s women.
So you want Cher? Is that what you're saying?
I don't want my grandmother. Oh, I'm just letting you know.
You the Golden Girls, are they your top 4?
Especially the one with the glasses that was like 90 at the time.
Throw Sansa in with the Golden Girls for a 6'em.
There you go. That's my perfect pie.
Alright, well we're done with our NFL preview.
God. I hope somebody gleans some information that Mike is going to win so much money from this.
I hope you understand that Mike bases all of his opinions in nothing but gut feeling. So, hey, if he gets it right, you got to tell him. But
I'm awesome.
I'm going to make probably $50 to $70
I'm awesome.
off of you, and then you're going to be so bitter. Then you'll be like, hold on, are we really doing this? Do I really have to pay you? And I'll be like,
I'm going to go get the money out now.
You know what? I'll give you a 10% discount if you put it on PayPal.
No.
It's going to be awesome.
No.
Next podcast, the plan is to do a fantasy football preview.
For our league.
We have a 12-person league, which we do two quarterbacks, and it's PPR. So we're going to review last year's league, which no one's going to care about, but just to give you an idea of how the draft went and how it panned out.
Who won that?
You did.
Oh, that's great.
You did. Your crappy team slid into the playoffs and got lucky for 3
Wait till you get a load of each of my weeks.
You haven't drafted your team yet.
My names are fantastic.
You're going to change your name every
week?
It was like it was a dumb Steelers name last year.
Nope. This is
Wasn't it?
This is in honor of you.
Steel Champions or Men of Steel? You and
Yes.
your dad
Yes.
had Steel something in it.
But these are in honor of you.
What are they? Give me one. Give us one.
The opening one?
Yeah, give us a sneak peek.
Kaepernick for president.
Yes! I'll vote for that. Can I get a button?
There's a picture of him kneeling as my thing.
I like it.
Don't worry, it is going to troll you very big.
It's not trolling me.
I've got a lot of good.
I would take Kaepernick over the guy we have right now any day.
I've got a lot of good ones coming for you.
All right. Well, so we'll do that next week. We'll throw in a couple more top fives, and I think that's it. And then because Conor and McGregor and Mayweather are for another week and a half, right?
Let's get the hell out of here.
All right.